So I started my junior footy at Warrandyte in the YJFL, and from there played all the way through. Ended up getting picked up with Oakley in the TAC Cup through 16s, 17s, and 18s, and didn't play a huge amount in under 17s as a bottom ager, but then in under 18s got lucky and ended up being captain of the side, which was a pretty big thing for me. And then from there we had a really good season. I think got into an elimination final and then went all the way through the grand final and won it in Golden Point, which was pretty exciting when it's kind of the next score wins and you just got to get the ball through, and that was a pretty good day winning that in that way. And then leaving TAC Cup, I was obviously hopefully getting picked up, but it never really happened, and so I had to make a decision about where to go and play VFL. A lot of the TAC guys that I played with at Oakley were moving to Port Melbourne. That was a pretty big drive for me, and I was a Hawthorn supporter, so that kind of drew me to Box Hill a little bit. So I decided to go there with a few other guys from Oakley, and yeah, really enjoyed it. The first few years were pretty tough because Hawthorn guys coming in and out. That's kind of the way it works down there. But also did my collarbone twice, which wasn't easy. But in my first year there, I was lucky enough to play in the grand final in 2013 as the 23rd player, and won that game as well. So even though I wasn't a huge part of the side during the year, being able to come in and win that grand final was pretty special, having the TAC Cup Premiership one year and then a VFL one the following year, which was very lucky. So ended up playing 10 to 12 games at Box Hill. I'm not exactly sure on the number. It was pretty tough, had some injury concerns, and aside from that, it was kind of just hard to get consistent form in the VFL when you're in and out a lot. So at the end of last year, I kind of made the decision that it was probably time to leave Box Hill just because the consistent games weren't there. It was nothing against the club or anything. I really loved my time there, but I just wanted to see how I would go if I got regular senior chances at another VFL team. And so I was kind of tossing up between a few sides, but Paddy Hill gave me a call, and I had a good relationship when he was at Box Hill with him. Also knew Ben Griffin, who's the fitness guy here, and a few players. Kalen Post, Brennan Wood, Nick Papadopoulos as well, who are all here, and they all kind of had a lot of good things to say about the club. And even though the last few years haven't been that successful, I think it's a young list, it's a developing list, and I was excited to try to lift the team up from, well, not myself obviously, but be a part of the team lifting up from not being so successful the last few years. And so, it's been really good coming down here, and I'm excited that I made the decision. I like to pride myself on the defensive side of my game. Not losing one-on-one contests or second and third efforts, that sort of stuff. I think my offensive game is slowly improving. My skills were kind of a weakness coming out of TAC Cup. I've tried to improve those as we've gone along, but definitely the defensive side of my game is something that I think is my kind of trademark and something I try to do well every single week. Standalone versus affiliated, I mean, the biggest thing was when you were playing seniors at Box Hill, you were playing with guys that you didn't really train with or anything. A lot of the time, even though Hawthorn and Box Hill do a really great job of making it work with the two different teams, it still feels like you're not teammates in a sense, whereas here you train with them, you sweat over pre-season with everyone, and so when you're actually playing games with them, it's different. And I don't want to say it's better, but like the way we could get the win on the weekend and having success with guys that you train with throughout the entire pre-season is a lot different to playing seniors at Box Hill, where the Hawks guys kind of take a front seat to the VFL standalone guys. Yeah, so round one wasn't exactly a successful start to the year. I don't think we were that bad through probably 2.5 quarters, and then we really fell asleep in the third and then definitely the fourth. I think it was 19 goals to 1 or something halfway through the third quarter. So that was really disappointing to kind of come out and start the season that way. But we reviewed it a lot, and then coming into round 2 and round 3, I think we lifted a little bit round 2, and then last week to be able to win against Richmond out here in front of all the supporters was pretty great. I mean, I think it was probably the best regular season win I've been involved with at any club. So we played a considerable amount better the third quarter against the wind. I think it was probably the best quarter we've played all season. Paddy said it was probably the best quarter that the team's played over the last 2 years. So to be a part of that in front of everyone was really great. Yeah, so round 4 against Box Hill is kind of a date I've been looking forward to since the fixture came out, playing against them for the first time. A lot of the guys who I played with It's going to be really good. Playing in the away change rooms at that ground is going to be strange. I barely even been in them before. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of feedback from the sidelines from all the Vauxhall guys that aren't playing, but I'll just try to embrace that, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'll try to give it back to them after the game if I hear any smart comments, but it's going to be good. Hopefully we can be competitive. I think we really can, and if we were able to win against them, it'd be pretty nice. Yeah, so that photo has legitimately been following me around for 2 years, ever since it was taken. I'm still pretty dirty at Brad Hill for putting it up in the first place, but you know, I've heard every smart comment there is about that photo. Every one of my friendship groups has that in our Facebook chats, and it gets posted every couple of days. So, you know, I've heard everything about it, and if that's the worst thing that's going to happen in my footy career, I'll take that. It's a bit of fun. So it's not a good photo at all, I know that, but hopefully it doesn't happen again.